starts saying stuff I can't really understand. It was traditional Arabic and not a Moroccan dialect. He gets sweaty as he talks faster. I see my aunt twitching in what looked like pain. The light went out. I thought I peed my pants in that moment. The exorcist screamed something.
Dimite nobis debita nostra. Hello. This will be a story about possessions. This is an interesting topic since a lot of people do not really believe in these or are a bit more rare. The majority of people would even say that it's just crazy people playing dumb. Or for you, this might be just a story, but if you don't have enough respect for it, it might become your next reality. Let's begin with our program, What Crawls in the Nights. Hello. I've never told this story to anyone because 1. Just talking about it freaks me out. And 2, I know 99% of people won't believe me, but here's to Reddit. Warning, this is a pretty long post about exorcism and stuff. Don't read it if you don't want to believe. And if you want to sleep tonight. I am a 6'2", rather fit man. I practice Aikido and can bench press 240. My father and his brothers are pretty much as tall as I am. Maybe less strong due to age, although most of them have been in fighting sports for a while. One of my aunts is about 5'4", probably weighs like 110 pounds at best. There was this time when she really went plain crazy. She would get incredibly angry, out of control at random times, spitting nonsense words. There would be absolutely no way I or my father or both of us would be able to get her down. This felt like Dragon Ball Z Yamcha trying to get Perfect Cell into a UFC submission. She had 10 times my strength. We needed to be 4 to actually pin her down and get her to stop moving until she calms down. That was extremely scary. She could just pop off anytime and go crazy. Now, I didn't believe in the supernatural, but my grandmother, a rather traditional Moroccan woman, was convinced she was possessed. And honestly, it really felt like it. For those who don't know it, Morocco has a pretty big culture about supernatural, sorcery, possessed, exorcism things. So most of the elders in the family firmly believe in it. Fast forward a few months later, when it was getting way too difficult for us to handle her, my uncle contacted a good friend in Morocco who has an exorcist in his family. The exorcist asked us to do one rather twisted thing. He asked my aunt if she could put a drip of her blood in a glass of water and leave the glass somewhere in the apartment while she's sleeping, not next to her. We were reluctant, but my grandmother forced her to do it. On the morning, the glass was empty. I'm still convinced she probably just woke up at night and drank it. But the exorcist's version was she is possessed by a demon, commonly known in the Muslim culture as Jinnan or Jinn. Giving him this blood was just a way for you to welcome him and calm him down temporarily. And she needs to see an exorcist ASAP. Now, we were getting convinced he was right, seeing her often getting crazier and crazier. In desperate times, sometimes you just choose to believe to a possible solution. So at this point, I decided to believe in what he said, and we had to get and we had to go get a proof that he was right. We live in France. We decided to drive to Morocco, about 1,500 kilometers driving, plus a 6-hour boat, plus 500 kilometers in Morocco again. During the drive, I've never been as scared as this day. I was sitting down behind, on the right, my father on the left, my aunt between us. She went crazy at some point. We couldn't really hold her as she was trying to hit my uncle driving. We almost ran into a wall. My father had to dangerously choke her until she lost some strength. Anyway, here we are in Morocco, getting to this village named Sefro, known as one of the biggest places in the country where sorcery happens. Rather creepy place. And not in a conventional creepy way. What we know of creepy are just what horror movies picture. The African creepy is another level. We get to meet this exorcist guy. He asks us to buy a sheep to sacrifice and tells us we should bring him the sheep's guts back to him for the exorcism to happen. My father and uncle take care of this. Me, I'm fucking scared. As stated earlier, I didn't believe in those things. I decided to because honestly the situation called it. But at this point, in a freaking spooky village in the middle of Morocco, where we are advised to never eat anything outside or accept anything from strangers who might try to curse us, where everything looks twisted, I was really losing it and couldn't wait to leave this place forever. On the following day, we went to the exorcist, bringing him these guts. He puts them in a bowl, asks that if we are feeling strong enough, we should stay with him as more people would make it easier to exorcise my aunt. Well, I really wanted to leave, but seeing everybody staying, I just stayed as well. My aunt is laying down in front of us, next to the bowl. We're sitting down around her, holding hands, and the exorcist starts saying stuff I can't really understand. It was traditional Arabic and not a Moroccan dialect. He gets sweaty as he talks faster. I see my aunt twitching in what looked like pain. The light went out. I thought I peed my pants in that moment. The exorcist screams something. Dimite nobis de vita nostra. My aunt screams as well. Then, total silence. I think the silence was for about 30 seconds or so, but it felt like hours. The exorcist's assistant then comes in with a lamp, and we see that both my aunt and him passed out. The bowl is on the floor and the guts next to it. The guts turned pitch black. I'm having goosebumps just writing and repicturing that. The assistant urges us not to touch the guts at any cost. The exorcist wakes up, goes put some water on his face, then tells us to follow him. We went to a nearby empty hill, all the way on the top, and he asked us to burn the guts right there, as the demon was now possessing the sheep and we could now get rid of it. It was done. I have never seen my aunt showing any problem whatsoever since that day. Her crisis periods never happened again. She never went back to this angry mode. And to this day, that honestly still scares the crap out of me. Just seeing her now gives me the chills. And the worst part is, her sons love me, but I really have trouble staying around her as I am generally scared, and they obviously don't know why. Sorry for the extra long post, guys. That's actually the first time I share this story, and I'm shaking on my keyboard right now. After this event, I grew really interested in the whole Moroccan demon mythology and learned a lot about it. Now, I don't believe they exist. I know they exist. The world is big and deep, and we don't understand 1/10 of it. Well, guys, that was today's story about a possessed person. If you want to believe it or not, that is totally up to you, as stated in the post. And remember, don't ignore the sounds tonight. You've already awakened it. Good night, and don't let the bed bugs bite.